always tough to follow that kind of flow because your spirit is like, let me just lean in just a little while longer because I want to be filled up. And, you know, the reality is we're human beings and we know our frailties and we can identify our own weaknesses. And so we're like, well, 10 minutes just isn't enough to fill me up, right? We're like, God, I just want a little more. I just need a little bit more. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So let's give it up for Jonathan Traylor and One Way and Lillian. Girl, yes, to God be all of the glory. But you and those pipes, bless God. Bless God. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Really quick, my name is Christen O'Neill. I was on the panel last night. Did y'all enjoy the panel last night? Kind of. Y'all kind of enjoyed it, or is it still early? Okay, it's still early. It's still early. So I was telling you guys about my book, and so the very first lady who can run down here and grab this copy, who is not sitting on the front row, you better run from the back. You better run from the back. So really quick about the book. Again, it's a quick synopsis. Honestly, I read Proverbs. I read Proverbs all the time, a Proverbs a day. You know, they tell you that's how you know, if you want some real wisdom from God, you need to go to Proverbs. And I was reading through Proverbs, and I really, honestly, y'all, I got tired that anytime you saw anything written to women over the book of Proverbs, it only focused on the 31st chapter. And that's like, she is awesome, right? The Proverbs 31 woman is awesome. However, if you were just trying to like, okay, I want to be great and I need some tools, like that couldn't scare you away, right? Like, I'm not getting up before 5 o'clock if I don't have to. You know, I'm trying to sleep in. The Lord is still working on my finances, so I can't go buy some land. You know, it can be a little intimidating. But as I read through her characteristics, I realized, I'm like, God, the very things that make up who she is are the things that you've been talking about these first 30 chapters. And so it was the tools and the wisdom that Solomon gave in chapters 1 through 30 that really made up this imagery of the Proverbs 31 woman. So that's why the book title is 30 plus 1. If you don't have a copy, go out there and get it. Yes, that's a shameless plug, and it's all good. So really quick, I want to talk to you guys this morning about partnership. And I want you to look at your neighbor right now on your left. Go to your left first, but you're going to be talking to the back of somebody's head, so you kind of got to do this number right here. That's awkward, right? They be like, look to your neighbor on your right. And you're like, oh, you looking at your right too? Oh, okay. Well, look to both neighbors and say, neighbor, are you your sister's keeper? Did you get both of them? Did y'all get both of them? I want to talk about the power of partnership. Psalms 133, verses 1 through 3. For the sake of time, just write the scripture down, and I'm going to read it. I'm reading the Amplified version. It says, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment poured on the head that ran down on the beard, even the beard of Aaron, the first high priest, that came down upon the collar and the skirts of his garments, consecrating the whole body. It is like the dew of Mount Hermon and the dew that comes on the hills of Zion. For there, where is there? There is the place of unity. Where is there? There is the place of unity. So for there, the Lord has commanded the blessing, even life evermore upon the high and the lowly. So where there is unity, there is a commanded blessing, right? So we're in a room full of women, and right now, society and media would tell us that somebody in here is, kind of looking at somebody, at their whole little outfit like, I don't really like how she put that together, and her attitude is just nasty, right? That's what society would have us believe. But I believe that as women of God, we have the power to overcome the societal norms. Do y'all believe that? Partnership. Logically, we get that 2 is better than 1, right? Logically. So if I'm picking up a box, it would probably be better for me to use 2 hands than 1, right? If I wanted to see better, it would probably be better for me to open both eyes and look out and not be trying to I think I can I miss everything over here. Or even on a more simple and real good level, even the makers of Reese's knew that 2 was better than 1. You see what I'm saying? They understood the concept that 2 was greater than 1, right? But when we are in the body and we find ourselves linking up in partnerhood and partnership and sisterhood, there becomes this God math where you start talking about if 1 can chase 1,000 and 2 can put how many to flight? Come on, Bible scholars. Y'all know the word? Or how is it that 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread can feed 5,000? And that was just what they counted, the men. That wasn't like everybody, right? That wasn't everybody counted. So partnership in a God realm is powerful. You see miracles. You see signs. You see wonders. So really quick, I'm going to give y'all 3 types of partnerships, okay? I'm going to go real fast. Because, it's always like that timekeeper and you really want to act like you don't see him. So I'm going to act like I don't see you. I'm going to walk this way and act like I don't see you, okay? No. Okay, so the first partnership, y'all ready? It's your family. Hello. Now, how many of you already know that you are in partnership with your family? Like, you know that. I didn't ask you to raise your hand if you liked the partnership with your family. But you know that's a partnership that you're born into. You kind of don't have a choice, right? Luke 10:38 through 42. It's the story of Mary and Martha, right? And, okay, so how I see this story, y'all, Mary is in there sitting at Jesus' feet, right? Just soaking up his glory and his presence and the wisdom and the goodness. And Martha's in the kitchen frying chicken. She's in the kitchen frying chicken, right? Like, that's my visual, right? Like, she's in there, like, she cleaning chicken and she throwing flour on the chicken, like, and so it was just a sticky situation. So I felt like she was like, hey, God, listen, how you just gonna let her be in here laying around doing nothing? Like, just laying around. Like, she just laying around. Like, I'm not laying around. I'm doing that which is important. And I feel like Jesus was like, well, Martha, hold on now. Listen, while I appreciate you in your chicken ministry, I didn't ask for that. I appreciate your hospitality. I'm not coming against hospitality. Hospitality is great. But don't get mad at her because she chose the more excellent thing. So sometimes you have to be able to tell your family an emergency on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. I have to choose what I know is going to pour and give life into me. Partnership number 2. Family. It's your friends that have become your family, right? And whether that's through marriage or just lifelong friendships, they become like family. But they're friends. You're not blood related, but so they're family. You get to choose those relationships. Those are the relationships that you choose. I'll highlight Ruth and Naomi here. Ruth, Naomi, they weren't blood. But they married into the family, right? Miss Naomi, I love Miss Naomi, y'all. I'm looking for a Miss Naomi in my life right now. Because Miss Naomi had some wisdom, right? Miss Naomi was like, look, okay, y'all know the story. Y'all know she went on and the husband died and the sons died. And Miss Oprah was like, I holler. She tried. Like, she tried. She thought she was going to be able to do it. And then she was like, you ain't going to be able to have no kids no time soon. I'm going to go back with my people. I'm going to get on out of here. Ruth was like, nope. I'm going to follow you. Your people going to become my people, and your God is going to be my God, and we going to be good. Here's the thing about Miss Naomi. Miss Naomi, okay, we get to the whole, out in the field situation. And, see, Naomi knew who Boaz was. See, I'm looking for a Naomi who knows a Boaz. Hello. Because Miss Naomi was like, she gave Ruth these tools, and she was like, listen, go out here, be faithful, do what you got to do. Boaz is going to pay attention. She knew the type of man that Boaz was. She knew the type of woman that he would seek after, somebody that was faithful. What attracted Boaz to Ruth was that he saw she was taking heaps, and she was going to take care of Miss Naomi. He saw her compassion. He saw her servanthood. He saw that she was a woman that, if I took her as my own, I'm going to be all right. And you know what? Miss Ruth, come on. I want to take you on so you're not just working in the field. You can own the field. Hello. So I just want to stop right there and say, if there are any Naomis in the room with that knows a good Boaz, that look good, about yay height, he doesn't necessarily have to own a field, but, he can have a little something, something. Okay. Last but certainly not least, partnership number 3. This is the good one, y'all. Your frenemies. These people choose you, right? They choose you. It's kind of like that unwanted piece of chewing gum that got stuck to the bottom of your shoe. I didn't ask for that. All I was doing, I was walking, I was going about my way, and you got stuck, and now I feel like I can't get rid of you. That's a difficult place to be in. That person I want to highlight there is Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had made up in her mind that Hannah, I'm going to get on your nerves. She made up in her mind. She said, how is it that I'm able to give this man what he needs, right? Because in that time, they didn't just have babies for the sake of having babies. Although it was like 9,000 kids, and I'm like, yo, listen, they had a whole nother oil on them. I'm gonna leave that right there. They had a whole different kind of oil on their life to be able to do that. But Peninnah said, how do you love her? How do you love and honor her more than me? And I'm able to give you a legacy. She was trying to figure out, you have the sons, I have the sons, but Hannah was getting more love from Elkanah, right? So when he was like, okay, he got his paycheck, right? Peninnah was like, okay, it's me and my kids. So I can expect this amount of money. But she was trying to figure out how it was lopsided, that Hannah was still getting more love and attention and a little more money, and she didn't even have no kids. But she needed to mind her business. Look at your neighbor and say, mind your business. Look at your other neighbor and say, mind your business too. But I will tell you this thing, and I'm going to end right here. I will tell you this thing right here, that the best thing that your frenemies can do is push you to prayer. So I don't hate my frenemies, though they may hate me. I appreciate them because it reminds me, that's one more thing I got to put on that cross. Hold on, let me go get on my knees and pray. Oh, Lord, please bless Peninnah with her blessed self. It keeps you humble. It keeps you humble. It reminds you of how grateful you are. And in pushing her into prayer, it pushed her right on over into purpose. It pushed her right into purpose. And then she said, God, okay, look, this is what I'm going to do. I've been praying for this. It wasn't like she wasn't a woman of prayer already. She had already been praying. She said, okay, God, this is my commitment to you. If you give me this, I give it back. Allow the frustrations in life to push you to prayer. All of the wins and the trials and the tribulations, allow them to push you on your knees, on your face, into prayer so that God can erase all of the negative stuff. And he can say, but you know I already said that you were the righteousness of Christ, right? And you know I already told you to be fruitful and multiply. It doesn't just necessarily have to be in children. I already called you blessed. Take that with you, ladies. Remember your family. Remember your family. Remember your frenemies. And just know that where there is unity, there is a commanded blessing. But we have to make it an intentional. We have to make an intentional effort to rise together with our sisters and stand up and say, I got you. I am my sister's keeper, and I'm committed to keeping you and me and us as a body in prayer so that we can passionately pursue our purpose so that God gets glory out of our lives. Thank you so much.